Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last episode, we made our way over to the... I want to call it the Red Sands Horticulture Center, but I don't know if Red Sands is correct for this location. That might have been a different spot here in the Black Sea. In any case, we got over here with our jet ski, slaughtered a bunch of locusts, destroyed some hives to gain entrance to this place, and are now exploring it. I think... well, the way it worked for Aegis Incorporated is that you are considered to have completed exploring one of these locations when you find a computer console which hints as to the coordinates of other locations out here in the Black Sea. So I'm imagining it works somewhat similar for the pirates as well. We don't have too much more to go, having defeated various crabs, spiders, and other insects in this place. We've picked up some insecticide grenades, and those will prove useful to get us to the console, which is currently covered in some foliage that we were unable to penetrate before. I completely skipped the fact that that was the case, but that is totally the case. Let's now... Alright, my antivirus popped up during the zone transition. I was like, Underrail wants to write to a new file. Do you want permission for it to do that? I'm like, what? Yes, please. Don't interrupt my recording. What the heck? Alright, hello. So we're going upstairs to use the gas grenade, just in case a little more got sliced off the video than I would have liked. Okay, so upstairs. Right, we left the hive intact, so we're going to have to deal with those insects. You'd think that throwing a grenade would be good against the hive? We could try a single grenade. I don't think it's going to go very well for us, however. How many of them do we have? 7. Yeah, we can probably throw 1 at the hive. We can move up and throw it here. If we're lucky, it'll land there. Good. Move away. Good, and we can end combat. So this will be a good test. I don't think I've ever used a gas grenade to try to eliminate a hive before. I don't know if it's actually possible. It must be, however, somewhat possible because the gas is it did enough damage to the hive that the insects came out to investigate what's going on. Oh, we need to re-enervate. Okay, we did enervate fully just before that locust saw us. Since one saw us, though, the others now know where we are. That's a pretty big amount of gas if they're getting hit by it as they come over in this direction. Hello, little locusts. Well, the gas grenade is done. There's a locust left, and the hive's hit points looks like it's not really affected at all, so it doesn't work on them. We don't need to destroy that hive, though. It can just stay there. I'd rather not destroy the durability of our spear, just to get a few more uses of marsh honey. Okay, and this is the console that we were unable to reach earlier. The thick shroom vines are preventing you from using the console. There has to be some way of removing them without damaging what's underneath, and there is. Point blank insecticide / herbicide grenade will work. Okay, so while that's doing its thing, let's look around and see if there's anything else that we haven't explored. Oh, more glitter shroom. I'll take some of that. We could open one of these doors, destroy the hives and all the insects that are in there, but I don't really think we need the glitter shroom bits that badly. I don't need the marsh honey that badly either. We do have some more corpses, so let's search these. And the Lingula. As we wait for that to go away. We looted everything else here. Okay. How's our durability? Down 250 on the knife. It's okay. Energy's good on it as well. So we're leaving here with a bunch of bullets. Some mushrooms. And it looks like some poison glands. Not very lucrative for us. But this might do well in securing our loyalty with the pirates. There is a little bit of gas left just in front of the console. I guess we can probably inhale that without it affecting too much of us. Nothing in the medicine cabinet. Desk is empty. This desk has precognition. It's not a commenter. We already know this one. And the third eye blueprint. This is the one that helps you find secrets, if I recall correctly. I think that's actually what it does in its description. We have a locked cabinet. Nothing shall remain unlocked. $104, $106. I don't need those. Some ampules. Always take ampules. You never have enough of them. Shotguns. 2 shotguns. Some bullets for them as well. Another old cheese wheel. And a statue that we can click on. Before he was a statue of a strong man, standing pridefully despite being on the brink of collapse. Vines support it, corrosion tears it apart, and its cybernetic viscera, clearly visible through numerous holes in the body, are now home to diverse life. They display no life of their own. What captures your attention the most, however, is a thin mobile device in one of the statue's hands. Leave it be. We have no way to read the MD5 devices that are present in these statues. That we will find from place to place. So we can keep it. This woman was clutching a can of sardines when she died. Can't say I blame her. Sardines are delicious. I'd fight for them with my dying breath. Guess you could take those. You could take my sardines from my cold, lifeless hands, and that would be what we would have done. Interesting. So it looks as if you can. I guess you can get to this room from over here? No. No, you can't. Maybe you can. Maybe you don't have to actually use a grenade here if you can access this vent system. I don't know how you'd access this electronic lock from... You can't from this side. And the vent here doesn't bring you to this vent. So you have to open this via a console command, I'm guessing, that we'll find over here on a console. Empty bottles in the desk, nothing in this one. Locked. Locked cabinet. Ampules and some acid. That was a sound of crabs popping out of the ground. Batteries, and quite a few of them. We'll take those. Another locked cabinet. A few things a biologist would welcome. Some ammo. Strider and amber. One day, we'll be able to repopulate the planet with whatever this Strider ate. I think that's a hint or a nod towards the Jurassic Park series. A dead technician. Almost walked right past him. He's got an okay crossbow. That's about it. Guess we'll take it. What does the console have on it? Welcome, P. Bridges. Dispatcher terminal. Crimson Metal Horticulture Center. That's what it's called. Unable to connect to Lynn. Only local data is available. View dispatcher logs. No connection. Only local and most recent logs available. Let's take a look at them. So here you learn about the quarry, the keep, the citadel, the West Depot, JSHQ, Lemco, Nexus, Black Sands, BRF, whatever that stands for, I forget at the moment. Yeah, so quite a few other locations. Obtain core stocking coordinates for listed locations. Obtaining coordinates. Unknown error. Alright, we'll import them to our NCD. Importing successful. Alright. Let's go let the pirates know what we found. After we do a door trick, because we probably have crabs waiting for us. The other side of that door now. Two side crabs and two colossal crabs. What an ugly fight this is going to be. Can we interact with the terminal? And just like that, it's over. We don't actually have to fight them. They can stay over there in their cool new home. Still in combat. I know they can't reach me and nothing else has seen me. Oh, we're not allowed that way, Tim. Alright. Alright, so let's get out of here. Back the way we came. Outer cultivation area. Let's take the things we've looted back with us. We can come back here and explore this area a little more later if we want to. Oh, hello. That's not our Aegis patroller. That's someone else's. Uh-oh. Aegis Incorporated does have an alpha team that you never meet when you're working for them. I wonder if they're here. I wonder if that was there when we entered the location. Well, it doesn't matter. We're done. I don't intend to stick around this location. Okay. I guess the main entrance to the pirate's lair is still open, so we could head back there. I kind of want to park around where the... I want to park closer to the warp point. So we're going to do that. Since I entered this area, though, it's unexplored, we'll explore this place a little bit. Hello, pirates. Looks like this is a checkpoint pirates have in this area. You drive through this spot, I suppose. Oh, it just occurs to me, if I do park here, we'll have to hope the ferryman isn't here, because I don't know if I'll be able to jet ski past him. We'll hope that we can. If not, I can just off-screen, standing around wasting some time until he goes away. Yeah, this is where I want to park. Okay, do we have anything Katya wants before we venture back to the pirates? Plants or fungi. She's looking for medicines. We'll give her 5 of these advanced health kits. And... oh, interesting. Marsh honey is considered medical supplies. I guess because it heals you. Okay, let's talk to Grim. I'm assuming he's still in the destroyer. Captain? Tim? Regarding the ruins, what have you got for me? I managed to get inside a facility. Explain to him what you discovered so far. After listening to you carefully, he voices his opinion. A Horticulture Center. It's no surprise this location is where all of the Hell's Guts vegetation is spreading from. Actually hearing about what's inside is something I can't but not find simply fascinating. They actually develop plants that could survive outside of gardens and hydroponics, outside of strict supervision and care. I'll try to sneak into Pirate Crew to loot what they can before the Scalers figure out how to use elevators. Keep up the jetting work, Tim, and keep me further informed. Donnie will have your payment. Nothing new for now. I'll be waiting. What's the situation with the Aegis patrols? Aegis are still too strong an opponent, so it's best we let the scalers take care of them for us. Now, I'm not against you speeding up the process if the opportunity arises, but there's no need to take unnecessary risks when the scalers are already throwing themselves at the island. Not only are they wearing Aegis down, but themselves as well. It's just a matter of time. Alright, take care, Captain. Next time I might be a little braver to ask about some of the things he has. Oh. It's a large map of what appears to be the Black Sea on the desk. It's a beautifully hand-painted work of art depicting a surreal dystopian world. It's titled Eternal Machines. Orexia in statue form, with some extra aberration added for good measure. And the books? A pile of books. There's one titled The Old Man by Andy C. Now, where was Donnie's shop? It was here, I think? We'll visit the shop really quick and see if he is perhaps done with the ladies. And it's not this location. Okay. I don't think it is. And he was over here. See, our food expired as well. We should eat something. Not yet. Actually, there's a food merchant around here somewhere. So yeah, we'll be okay. We'll take +1 perception just because I don't think we're going to get in combat anytime soon. Donnie's still here. Oh! Yeah, sorry. I got carried away. We've been having lots of fun, lots. That shroom boom really makes time fly. Can you, wait for me just a bit longer? Mind if I joined you? Why not? There ain't no better way to get to know someone than having some shroom boom. We were just about to play some strippage. Strip poker? Close, but not quite. Strippage is a card game in which the goal is to strip the other players of their clothes, their coins, and their dignity. It's like a mix of strip poker, Ruth or Bear, and just plain old getting wasted. It's fun, yeah, very fun. All you need is some clothes, some coin, and some dignity. Easy to play. You'll get the hang of it quickly. 20 Charon should be enough. The shroom boom's on us this time. Actually, I'd rather give you money through trade than losing alongside my clothes. Oh, alright. Sorry, ladies, but Donnie's got to jet away. I'll catch you later, alright? Atta girls, yeah. Alright, banger. Follow me. Yo, banger. I'm back and ready to do business. What you need? Any coins for me? Let me see. Yep, here. He places several piles of Stygian coins on the counter. Hope it comes back to me. I need some stuff. Alright, what is he buying? Melee weapons, grenades, foodstuffs. So he's not interested in any high-tech equipment. Though he sells all sorts of blueprints for it here. Some dynamite. We used our single stick, so we'll need more of it. But I am now intending to go back to our home to store some stuff that we looted from the Horticulture Center. I see nothing here I'm really interested in purchasing from him, with the exception of batteries. Oh, well, hold on. He will purchase all the bullets I've got. So we can at least sell him all of these. And I could use a handful more bullets. Sorry, energy cells. Can I get one of these for that? I cannot. He also sells 30 vehicle repair kits. Okay, that's good to know. He's the guy we go to for that. All right, Donnie. Let's see. One of the mates mentioned this White Shadow guy, who's apparently the only man to have broken into Port Cedo. Yeah, during jetter times at least. So who is he? He shrugs. No one really knows. Everything was normal in jetting until one point the main gate opened and a white-haired man jetted out of the port on Kenny Slickjaw's jet. He left Hell's Gut before we managed to catch the sneaky rat. Then we found clues, footprints and such. He stuck all the way from the monolith, all the way from there, yeah, past the shop, through the jet and Skid Row, and not even the dogs managed to sniff him out. Around the captain's ship, and reached the gate. Oh, this might have been the person that Savannah told us about, that she ferried to the cliff face. He climbed it to get to the monolith. I think this is the guy who owned our house. That's incredible. And no one saw him until he opened the gate. By the sea, you betcha. Nothing was missing from the port other than Kenny's jet and the key, which, as Kenny claims, was in his pocket at the time, and a greater fusion cell. Yeah. Still, we got no idea what the deal was with all. We still got no idea what the deal with all of that was. It's a mystery, and a jet and legend to tell the Dryfoots. Tell me about this place. Port Cedo. Well, it's been around for decades. Yeah, decades. Pirates of past generations have always found their refuge in the Black Sea. Before the grim jetters, you had the spectral grinners, and before them, the hoodlums, and before you had the, I don't know, Mike Ruff's dollar snatchers or something. I made that last one up, so I don't really know. Anyways, each generation of pirates built upon what the previous one had built. The captain would always take the ship and the crew'd build around it. Then there'd be mutiny, or they get sent under during a raid, or they disband. Whatever. The new pirates would move in and add something of their own. Huh. Tell me something about the various sections of Port Cedo. Alright, yeah. Got the captain's ship. The Cedo Destroyer. That's the center of Port Cedo. The Skid Row's where you and I met. That's where most of the crew lives. Northwest of Skid Row is the shop. We call it that because it's both a warehouse and a workshop. And it's got a lockup in the basement. Aye, right in the basement. North of here's the main entrance and Calamity's food stand. And south of here's the big dock. That's for big ships. That's where the ferryman docks. Then there's a couple outposts around the Pirate Bay, and of course Port Crag. What can you tell me about Port Crag? Long or short version? Short. It was constructed by a crew that was here long before the jetters. We use it as an extension of Port Cedo. Part of the crew's there. There's another dock, and it's got a tall lighthouse, so we can keep an eye out for scalers. It's our border, our frontier, if you know. You want to look at it that way. It's the edge, and since Razor's in charge of the place, which, if you know Razor, well, you dig what I mean, Banger. How large were those crews if they needed that much space? Small compared to us, small. Most of what you see has been built by the jetters, yeah, but the Skid Row's always been there, one form or another, for example. Or so I've been told. Oh, and Port Crag. Crag's been around for a long time. But the base we got now, this massive fortress, that's all jetters. Yo, we the largest pirate crew ever, Banger. Ever. And the most jetting, alright? Something else for you, Donnie. Alright? What do you know about the monolith at the entrance to the Black Sea? The glowing canine. I know I don't want to go nowhere near it. That's what I know, Banger. Why not? Because it pops folks, that's why. Sends them under, kills them. Folks have been going up there for who knows how long. You'll hear all kinds of stories about it, about psionic powers and people going derailed. And I'm guessing they're all true. And folks, you know, the sane ones shun it. You know. But years ago, way before jetters came to be, a few pirates went up there to loot the thing. Loot! There were 3 of them. Rocco, Joe Irongut, and Steve Heave. Steve was a real boulder, big fella. That's why he was called Heave, apparently. He was a derailed clod whose idea was to go up there in the first place. They wanted to break a few pieces off the monolith and then sell it. So Irongut recommended they bring a jackhammer and a few mining picks and have a go at it, yeah. The jackhammer failed to start. Yeah, so Steve got mega pissed off. And I mean massively pissed off. He took one of those picks and swung at the thing, at the monolith. Boom. Blinding light and a deafening bang, and Steve's gone. The dumb bastard got, and I'm being serious now, he got turned to stone. Stone or something like that. I don't know. He's still up there, frozen with that big pick in his hand. The other 2 ran for it, and Irongut got deafened for life. His eardrums just went pop, and that's it. Rocco was the only one unscathed. He stayed alive up until a few years ago. He's been telling the story for years, yeah, and I'm retelling it to you now, to the syllable. To the syllable. So they at least managed to break off a piece of the monolith? I don't think so. No. Rocco did tell me about some derailed old mate of theirs, yeah, who claimed he found the glowing shard. But whenever folks wanted proof, I lost it on a gamble, duh. The way Rocco does his face is just hilarious. Well, anyways, he must have gambled it with crabs, because no pirate ever saw this glowing shard. Oh, of course there's a mercantile check for Donnie as well, but we have no mercantile, so we're not passing that. I was wondering, what do you do with all the loot? The things you don't use? You have connections through which you sell them, or...? Yeah. You know, the black eels are our mortal enemies, and filthy rat-banging sons of slackjaws, they should be sent under. He slams the counter with his fist and grabs his shorts before they drop down. Anyways, we can't trade with them, obviously, but other folks, they don't care where the goods come from. The stuff we loot, we distribute amongst each other. The stuff we don't need, we sell. Now, I, or someone else, takes a trip with the goods, usually going past Camp Harthor and through the Meatway. The eels control the waterways, but if you go around from the other side instead of going straight past the rig to Core City or wherever you're taking, less risks. The eels know what's up, you know. Bloody old clods. He grabs onto his shorts and slams the fist against the counter. Okay, we're done, Donnie. We'll talk more about him later. Oh, actually, well, hold on a second. Does anyone else around here know more about the monolith? Well, only one else, maybe Katya? Some mates saw her going up there a few times while the rest of us were hitting the sack. She's like that sometimes, you know. Tell me about her. First things first. Since you're a fresh jetter, let me give you a helping hand with some of the more important folks around here. There's me, Razor and Cruz you've met, Captain Jim himself as well. Calamity, she feeds us. Katya, she heals us. The Flinger, he's the finest blade flinger in Hell's Gut. Tell me about yourself first, Donnie. How'd you become a pirate? I was stolen and brought here. You mean kidnapped? No, I mean stolen. I used to be a traveling merchant, you know? Life on the rails, buying and selling, dealing and leaving. Life was jetting, banger. It was jetting. I had a concession pass for all the Underrail express trains. Massive coinage in my pockets. No bandit dared bother me after uppercutting old Vinny the Rock in the groin. For the record, his cobbles were surprisingly soft for someone who calls himself the Rock. Anyways, it was all jetting. And then I jetted up all by taking a ferry from Junkyard to Southgate Station. Grimjetter stopped us right in the middle of the Chancellor's Bay. Cruz was leading them. No eels in sight. He stepped into the ferry and told everyone, yeah, there was like 3 more people on the ferry. Jim banging with his wife and some bubbly kid with big ears and... Oh, where was I? Yeah, I told everyone to surrender all their stuff. Now, I've been used to dealing with bangers, much bigger than me, let me tell you. But Cruz is big. Yeah, big. I still gave him trouble, I did. Jet him. Show him his little guy's got a pair, you know. So he shoved me in a coffer and locked me in. He literally stole me as though I was stuff. Where's the ego a bit? Gotta be honest. Where'd he get the coffer? It was that family's coffer. Yeah, big one. Very fit for a little person. Crews emptied all their clothes and crap in the water and put me inside instead. Every time I think of that kid of theirs by the sea, what a mug. What a mug. Some kids are so ugly you want to punch them right in the face. Yeah! Right in the kisser. What happened next? I think Cruz wanted to dump me to the serpents or something. Not sure to this day. But I did manage to talk my way out of, well, any nasty thing that could have happened to me. Basically, I asked the captain if he wanted to do business. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm working for the pirates. Captain Grimm saw how jet good I was, and I don't take up too much space. You miss your old life? Sometimes. But to tell you the truth, this place is really growing on me, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else right now. I like it here. I hated it at first. Oh boy, did I despise everything about it. It took a while before they allowed me to actually leave the pirate bay. At first I told them about different trade routes and who's got massive coinage, where to acquire good loot, that kind of stuff. But after they started trusting me, life became a hell of a lot better. Lots of loot, lots of booze, lots of girls. Lots of fun, banger. Life's simpler, but boy, I got all I need. Loving it, loving. And Cruiser? Your thoughts on him? We're jetting now. Cruz and I are jetting. But tell me about Katya. Well, Katya's an old woman. She came here with her son, Slick Nick. Slick Nick brought his mom along to piracy. It's more like she wouldn't let him go alone. She's from somewhere in the far west from South Underrail. And she's, strange. Maybe it's her upbringing. Maybe it's because she's psionic. I don't know. Anyway, she came here to take care of her son, only son, and since she knew how to treat wounds, prepare medicine, she was useful to the rest of the crew. We accepted her. And Nick? Nick, he got sent under by the Black Eels. He was a slick fighter, hence the Nick. Aye, but the eel was slicker. We managed to bring his body back and she was shattered. It was awful. She was crying for little Nicky. It was awful. Yeah, banger. I'd rather not go on. Brings back bad memories. Alright, Donnie. Well, I gotta go. See ya. Ooh. Alright. Well, I guess, viewer, we will talk to Katya. Well, hold on a second. The first thing I would like to do is, can we learn how to fight better on a jet ski now that we've completed one dungeon for the pirates? I don't know where that's done. I'm assuming it's Cruz or Razor. So we'll talk to Razor first. And if Razor doesn't tell us anything, then we'll go talk to Katya. I'll go back to Core City for a bit. We'll come back here and talk with Cruiser, who's probably at Fort Crag, it sounds like. Oh, here's Cruiser. Oh, Cruiser's here. I thought it was, Razor was here. His stare falls down upon you. You can almost feel its weight. Prove your worth. Then speak to me, Dryfoot. I don't know where Razor's located. Alright, I'll look it up off screen. One of the perks about joining the pirates is you get to learn a little bit about how to fight. I've heard one of the perks for joining the pirate, literally a perk. Is that what they're called? Is it a trait? It's a perk, right? Feat. One of the feats you get, or can get, is you can get training on how to be better at fighting on a jet ski from them. But I don't know who teaches you this. I'm assuming it's not the captain. Grimm probably has better things to do than teach some new blood how to fight on a jet ski. Katya looks at us. Katya, I heard you might know something about the Jaws monolith. That is true. Tell me about it. She looks north. They, the Serpentborn, they fear it much. Their shamans know something about the nature of the monolith that we do not. They must have a good reason to fear it. What that reason is exactly, I don't know. But it has to do with how its nature and their nature interact on some level I cannot describe. But just because they fear it more doesn't mean we shouldn't fear it at all. Men that didn't fear the monolith enough have left their remains there. Heed their warnings. Alright. Since I'm going back to my home, we might as well take this opportunity to purchase a few odds and ends from her. Attention, all sect troopers. The camp is under attack. I repeat, we are under attack. All available troops report to camp defense. Put the device back in our pocket. Wow! Yeah, we still have that. So we'll get notified about when the camp gets attacked. We're no longer working for them, though. It's hard not to buy all of this stuff. Oof. 413 coins for what you see here. I don't even know what's the most expensive thing I'm purchasing for this much. Oh, it's a... I don't know where I get this from, but I'm going to assume I don't really need that much. Wow, that's like half the cost of is that right there. The morphine's very expensive. I do need more morphine though. Let's take this. Thank you, Katya. Oh. Right. We're going back to our home. You know, it just occurred to me, we could be like a real jerk and just go over to their camp and punk a few people and then leave again. We could just materialize in the lighthouse, climb up and kill the sniper girl, whose name I forget. Have to win that initiative roll though, Tim. Because we have to climb a ladder to get there, but we could do it. Okay, so this is where all of this is going to go at the moment. Sorry, viewer. I have to do this, though. Okay, so that's all sorted. Good. Okay, so why don't we cut the recording here? I will go and do some selling. And when I come back, assuming we haven't been playing for an hour, we'll go to Port Crag, or I'll have looked up where we can learn how to do more jet skiing. And I'll inform you guys on what I find out, and maybe we'll do a little more exploring the Black Sea. So give me a few seconds. Alright, everyone. I'm done selling some stuff over in Core City. Just made a little bit of money, and that was about it. And now we're going to head over to Port Crag. It is indeed Razor who teaches you how to be better at jet skis. And so we're going to go over there and give him a talking to. Or talk to him. Other sounds like we're going to boss him around. We might, if he won't teach us it willingly. Maybe perhaps we'll tie him to the front of our jet ski until he teaches us how to be better at it. Port Crag. Port Crag is here, if I recall correctly. It's not very far from the Black Sea Expedition Camp, because there's an underwater tunnel connecting the two. In fact, I think if we go straight north here, we will literally bump into it. While I was off screen, I came back. I alt-tabbed to take a quick peek to see, where do I get this feat from? Is it from a pirate? I was pretty sure it was, and it was. I got another call on the Aegis Incorporated radio that let me know that they had repulsed the Savage attack. So they're still around, still hanging in there. Good for them. I do have a soft spot for them, given that all my characters who have done the Black Sea DLC have done the content for them. We should probably also have this equipped while we're here. Oh crap, I brought my insecticide grenades. They could prove useful. The Heartbreaker is the most important one to destroy. Okay, I was going to say, and I should have said, I don't think it matters if I stun it first. I think we still have the same exact chance to hit it. By the way, what is the cover of this jet ski? 40%. Okay. Woo! Killed that one with a 53%. I think they have fantastic movement, so I don't think we're going to be able to get away from them. Like, they can catch me wherever I go and get their 3 attacks off. Maybe, though, we can kill one with the same on fire. That worked out. Heartbreaker poison goes off. Alright, not bad. We're going to leave any of this stuff out on the ocean. Grab all this stuff, recharge our spear. And I don't think we get an Aegis Incorporated jet patrol here. Ooh, might be wrong, though. Oh, this is where I expected to encounter it, Port Crag. Huh. My memory of where it's located then is really off. Alright, let's go down this way. Oh, here's Port Crag. Alright, well, let's make port here. As good a place as any. Oh, maybe we can go into, this was the shop, right? There's a building here which has a bunch of jet ski bits in it. Maybe we'll be able to buy some jet ski parts from the person who's there, whoever that may be. Razor passes his finger over the knife's edge. How's it going, mate? Hey, what are your thoughts on the natives, Razor? He lets his north, still flipping his knife. The Scalers. They're cool, alright. And ain't we all? This is life. And mine gave me plenty of opportunities to exercise cruelty. I didn't take them all, just the ones I needed to. But these guys, scalers, their cruelty is somehow deeply rooted. It's in their blood. You can taste it. He flicks his tongue. You can smell it. They reek of it. Me and a couple of my mates went to the fetid marsh one day a few years ago. There's a passage just east of Port Crag that leads there, a shortcut. We hunt siphoners and get marsh honey from the hives there. But on that day, we ran into a bunch of scalers probably doing the same. Being new naturals, they managed to jump on us before we realized what was going on. Now, Razor ain't no dry foot. I blasted a couple of them with heavy dose of boar shot to keep them away. But there were so many of them. Say nothing. As I was lying in the reeds with a bolt stuck in my shoulder pad, I watched as my mates were being rounded up and brought to the shore. And then everyone waited. He pauses, flipping his knife a few times before continuing. A kinda scaler I've never seen before arrived on a boat. He had this colorful dress, made from fine and gentle-looking cloth, and was completely covered in scales, all green. His importance was shown not only by his fancy wear, but by the respect you could see in the barbaric eyes of each and every one of them damn scalers. Now, this banger, he pulled out this decorated bone knife and approached Slow Jean, who was kneeling down all tied up and cursing as loud as he could, and slashed his forehead. He mimics the slashing with his own knife. Just like that. The gushing blood fell into the water, and the scaler raised his arm as if beckoning for something to come up. And the arm went up again and again, 5 times. And on the 6th, a serpent rose from the water. Every scaler took a step back, but the one you could hardly tell apart from a serpent stood staring at the blue towering monstrosity. Then, all of them were fed to the serpent. All of my mates. One by one, the serpent thrashed them around, sending limbs all over the place before swallowing what's left. And it dove back to the depths at the will of its caller, and the scalers dispersed. He grins. Fascinated, ain't it? You should have seen it in their eyes. It's like the scalers themselves were eating my mates and not the serpent. People are cool, sure, but here's the catch. I don't think the scalers are people at all. They look like people, some more, some less, but there's something about them, something intrinsic, that's completely void of humanity. Well, tell me about the fetid marsh. It's a reedy wetland east of Port Crag, full of siphoners and locust hives. You interested in going there? Of course. I can't leave an area unexplored. It's a dangerous place. That applies to Hell's Gut in general. There are a few rewards for those with guts, however. Marsh honey is one of those things, alongside siphoner meat and shrooms. What creatures have you encountered there so far? Locusts, sea serpents, and siphoners. And by sea serpents, I mean all 3 common species. We haven't seen the actual sea... Oh, I guess they are sea serpents, aren't they? We've seen the leper... Oh, yeah! The leper poison's acquired from the serpents, not the spiders. The spiders have blinding poison, I think, right? So you have... I think that's the case, or maybe it's the other way around. Heartbreakers, and we haven't seen the last type yet. Tell me about the locusts. They're bugs that shoot venomous spines. Oh, it's spines they spit. Okay. In a similar fashion to burrowers, and they're slightly larger than hoppers. They're easy to pop alone, but they're never alone, mate. They live in these big glowing hives. The locusts themselves glow, in fact. And if you come near or make too much noise, you get a welcoming party. All of them. Their hearing is why we prefer getting the honey from the marsh hives, because we can sneak up on them on foot. There's plenty of hives around the ruins up north, but that's open waters. The bugs here are jets. Tell me about the honey. It's sweet pink substance that's made by the locusts. It ain't merely something for the sweet tooth, though, as then it wouldn't be worth the risk, no matter how jet and tasty it is. Nah, the thing is revitalizing, and it helps you see better. It sharpens your vision like nothing else out there. And even if it don't last for long, it got no side effects. Well, nothing harmful. Nothing harmful? You glow in the dark if you eat it. Don't know what's the deal with that, but your skin just turns pink and glows. But the effects don't last for long, as I said. It's just nothing to worry about. He flips his knife. Oh, and don't mistake marsh honey for honey stalks. One's good for you, the other will send you under. The one you want to find is locust hives. Why fetid marsh? The gas. It's the gas. Locust hives leak this noxious gas. It incubates the eggs and helps the locusts grow faster. Especially in ye. Oh, interesting. So you learn about this from the pirates. I thought people had, and maybe this was the case, people just noticed that, and by people I mean other people who play this game, because this is where I learned it from one of you guys who let me know what was going on with the locusts. I thought people just noticed the buff, and that you took damage when walking through the mist. Interesting. What do you mean in ye? I didn't mention that. That ain't insignificant stuff, mate. The locust spines carry their eggs. It hits you, you get the eggs. You stay in the gas, and locusts will tear out through your skin. So take care not to let your skin pop. He grins. Let me discuss the ruins up north with you. There's a huge complex north of Port Crag. It's red all over with hives glowing like flame shot and melting flesh. There are gardens outside, real ones, spacious, not the crappy station 2x1 meter dirt boxes. All the plants in the Hell's Gut might just have come from that place, because that's where the vegetation is thickest. Now, mate, while pirates stick to the marsh, the sailors love this place. They get their honey from there. They harvest plants and shrooms. They collect seashells, but they can't enter the ruins, nothing other than the surface buildings. Seems they ain't figured them out yet, huh, mate? Something else, Razor. Before we do that, something I wanted to ask ye. One of our mates had this real jetting shotgun. Old world, he said. A beauty. He called it salvation, as it saved his ass more than a few times. Well, his ass is grass now. He went to the marsh one day, didn't come back, and he had that shotgun with him. He either went real deep into the marsh, or he really went under the waves, as no one saw his body anywhere in the 2 months since he went missing. If you happen to find salvation, I'm willing to pay some good coin for it. I'll keep my eyes open for it. I know that's right at the very end of your adventure through the marsh, if I recall correctly. It is an old world weapon. I'm willing to sell it to Razor rather than upgrade it. Yeah. Something else with you, Razor. I'm looking to improve my jet ski fighting skills. He nods. Since you're one of the top jetters around here, I was wondering if you'd be willing to help. Sure. Someone's got to teach all these dryfoots coming here how to fight, so that's something I often do. After all, whether I like it or not, I gotta rely on my mates to have my back, right? Unless I say a bang is good enough, they ain't gonna be going to raid with me. How much for a lesson? Depends. How good are ye? I'm looking for advanced training. Okay. I can teach you some general advanced fighting techniques, a couple of jet and melee fighter... I can teach ye some general advanced fighting techniques and a couple of jet and melee fighting techniques. Oh, interesting. I thought there was only melee combat increase. Let's go with the melee combat to start, because this is what I really wanted. I'm interested in melee combat. Jetting. That'll be 250 coins. Ready. He takes the coins with a with a gleam in his eye. That's right. Now follow me, mate, and pay attention to what I'm doing. Follow Razor. I think you got the hang of that, mate. One more lesson for me, if you can, Razor. General techniques. 200. All right. Thank you, Razor. See ya. Okay. What did we pick up? And we've played for an hour now, viewers, so we probably should stop. But I want to look at this feat with you guys first before I do so. What did we learn? Further increases effective stability by 15% and maneuverability by 10% when piloting jet skis. Further reduces action point cost of disembarking by 10. Also increases precision of mounted jet ski weapons for those unproficient with guns. So we gain 30% stability, 20% total maneuverability. I think that's our movement points on a jet ski. I don't really know what stability does, so I'm gonna have to look up some of this information to see what we gain realistically. But maybe that's our accuracy while we're on jet skis. What's jet and jab? Removes the additional 10% precision penalty with knife, fist, weapon, and unarmed attacks while riding jet skis. Oh, okay, so this was the melee combat one that we just learned. Okay. Alright, guys, well, that will do. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.